Hello, friends, lads, ladies, and greenkeepers and bar tradies. How are we all? Welcome to the Newcastle Pennant review preview show for another week. It's getting right down to the crunchy end of the Pennant season, and we've got a few teams that are qualified already, and then we have a few teams that'll be battling out to qualify and with all the information. And joining me today is Warren Shipley. G'day, buddy.
Hello, Happy. How are you this morning, mate? Good.
Battling on, mate. Battling on. And yourself? Busy time for you at the moment, isn't it?
Very busy, mate. Very busy. Yes. Finals time for most zones across the state. So, very, very busy week, and a couple of weeks coming up as well. A couple of good games we've got too over the next few weeks as well to decide who's going to be in our playoffs.
Yeah, there's big games coming up. The Fox was going to join me today, but unfortunately he's unable to as his partner's got the COVID. So, it would have been good to have Foxy back on here. We'll get him on here next week. Okay, so we're going to start off with our 2 grade section 1 Shippo.
Yeah, well, that win from Soldiers Point is enough to see them qualify, mate, in top spot in that section. So they're on 50 and a half, which is 10 and a half in front of the chasing pack, Stockton and Warners Bay. And I think this week Stockton play Warners Bay, and whoever win that game will be the second team to qualify out of that section. Yeah, mate. Second spot qualifies. Yeah, it's the top two in each section go through to the playoffs for Grade 2, which will be held at Nelson Bay. So they top two in each section will play a round robin of 4 teams, with the winner of that round robin going to the state finals. Yeah, and that's the big game, mate. That is the big game. So Warners Bay versus Stockton. Whoever wins that game will be through to the playoffs. Yeah. Lucky me. Well, I can hear you happy, but obviously the people at home can't, mate. Always helps if you add audio, happy.
That's a bit of audio. There you go, Trev. Thanks for that, mate. That's always good to have our followers fill me in on issues.
It's not like you to have something go wrong, happy.
I'm the master. Anyway, so basically section 1. Shippo clarify there that Soldiers Point are already through, and a big game for coming up this weekend in section 2 is
in section 1, mate, Warners Bay versus Stockton. That's the big one. Section 2 that you're looking at now, if you go to the ladder, you'll see that Hamilton North and Raymond Terrace have already qualified. So just practice games this weekend. You can see Hamilton North well in front there, and Raymond Terrace are going to finish in second spot. So yes, they've already through.
Yes, so congratulations, Hamilton North and Raymond Terrace. So this weekend matches in Section 2, Round 10. Swansea Workers, well, they're going to have their work cut out at Raymond Terrace. And Hamilton North will take on East Maitland at home. So
yeah, as I said, mate, just practice matches because that section is decided with the top two there.
All right, in the 3 grade, Shibbo, we had Section 1 in the 3 grade, Cohiba. Well, they defeated Toronto Workers 56-52 in a very close game there, 8.5 to 1.5. Hamilton North had the bye, and the Marlins at home went down in a close one as well to Carter 58-51, 9.5 to half. The latter sees the Marlins on top still, on 62.5 in first spot, so they'll qualify.
They've qualified, mate. Yeah, the top two in each of the 3 sections go through here, but importantly, the 2 best performed section winners get a bye into the semi-finals. And so the team that finishes in third place as far as the section winners, they will play a qualifying game against the one of the runner-up teams. So Nelson Bay are through, and as you can see there's a couple of teams, Carter for Hamilton North, both with a chance of finishing second there.
Yep. So what we got? Section 1 coming up this weekend in Section 1, Round 10. Hamilton North take on Toronto Workers. So we're back in Hamilton North there. The Marlins, they get the bye. They get a bit of a rest before they go into the finals.
Yeah.
And Cardiff take on Cohiba.
Well, I think Cohiba beat Cardiff too in the corresponding game in the first round. So, Cardiff in second spot at the moment. Needs a win to maintain second spot, and they go into the playoffs. The 3 grade playoffs will be held at Lambton.
Very good. Section 2 in the 3 grade saw Lowlands versus the Wallsend Diggers. Well, Shibbo, we like to call them the fillers now. They've got to stop digging and start filling. So the fillers, right. Obviously that game there was not played. Oh, no, that's round 10.
No, that's round 10, mate. Yeah, that's round 9. Yep.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, the fillers, they played Bullaroo, and they had a win, 8.5 to 1.5, 61-52 over the Koala Bears. Game 2 saw Trauba. They're flying at home. They had a 10-0 win over Lowlands, 79-0 there in that game. For the ladder, Section 2 in the 3 grade, Trauba has said they're flying 8 from 8. They're going to be hard to beat going into the playoffs.
Yeah, although Nelson Bay's got a pretty strong side up there too, mate, and you can never write Raymond Terrace off. Edgeworth there in second spot. They won the 4 grade last season, so they're a chance of qualifying as well. But they can still be caught by Lowlands, as you can see there. So a couple of big games again for them teams this weekend.
That's right. Coming up this weekend, round 10, we'll see Lowlands take on the Fillers. Edgeworth will play the Koala Bears. So you think Edgeworth will be able to beat Bullaroo and
Bullaroo's only amassed 3.5 points for the season, so you would expect a win by Edgeworth at home there, which would be enough to see them go through in second position.
Yeah. All right, so that's Section 2. Section 3, matches round 9, so we get there. Raymond Terrace defeated Charlestown 10-0. They'll be disappointed with that there. Oh, Shibbo, Got to raise the bat.
Yes.
Oh, I haven't got the bat to be raised at the moment. I've got a new computer, so, but wow.
No.
Raised the bat there for Raymond Terrace, 105-44. Huge win.
Yeah, Charlestown won that game in the first round, so that's a huge turnaround there.
Especially when Charlestown's hosting the
Charlestown
3 grade
is
at Lambton. They really wanted to win this.
Yeah.
You see, Barrow had the bye. Dora Creek Workers at home took on Windale Gateshead, and it was Windale getting up by 8-9-1. The all-important ladder in Section 3. Well, big win there, look at that. Oh, that for and against there as well. Huge.
Well, they've both qualified happy. So Raymond Terrace and Charlestown are through. You can see Windale can't catch them. They're 11 points behind. So Charlestown have the bye this weekend. So
that
Raymond
1
Terrace
point
finishing on top. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 point just going to rob out Windale Gateshead there.
Yeah, So interestingly, the way things are looking at the moment, them two teams might meet first game in the playoffs as well at Lambton.
Yeah, righto. So that's a wrap of the 3 grade. We'll go over here to the 4 grade. 4 grade Section 1 saw Elder Park at home get up over Beresfield 9-1. Charlestown went down at home to the Golfers 9.5 to half. And Hamilton North at home got a 9-1 victory over Swansea Workers. The ladder, well, you can see Beresfield and Belmont Golf qualify.
Yep. Both of them are through, mate. Yeah, top 2 in each section go through to a 14 playoff. Grade 4 will be played at Beresfield. So a bit of a home ground advantage for them there. So they've done well to qualify.
And then coming up round 10, we'll see Belmont Golf play Barrow. Charlestown take on Hamilton North, and Swansea Workers will play Alder Park.
Yeah, a bit of bragging rights there, Beresfield and Belmont, because they're going to meet again in the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see how they go down at Belmont. And then they'll meet again a couple of weeks later at Beresfield in the Grade 4 playoffs.
Okay, Grade 4 at Barrow. Section 2, round 9, we see Stockton at home to Soldiers Point, and Stockton up by 9 shots there, 9-1. Waterboard had a 9-1 victory over Katara in a very close game there, 64-62. Close game. And the Fillers, well, they went down to the Jets 9-1. So the all-important ladder going into the last round. Well, the Jets, they can't be caught. They're in.
No, they're through. But
look at this.
Katara,
look at this. Yeah. Second, third, and fourth. Fifth.
Yeah.
Fifth are just out. So.
Yeah. No. Well, the thing with that one is Waterboard's got a game in hand as well. They've got a game against Walls End Diggers, so they play each other on Saturday, and if required, they will back up and play each other again on Sunday.
Yeah, righto. So, yeah, you can see big games this weekend then. You can see, as I said, Waterboard versus the Diggers, and the Jets will take on Stockton, and Katara at home to the Point.
Yeah, well, on the table there, a win for Soldiers Point will see them go ahead of Katara. And then, as I said, Waterboard have got them 2 games, so they can get to 59.5. So Soldiers Point can get to 52, but a win by Katara will see, Waterboard still chasing them. 57.5 is the most Katara can get to.
Yeah, so it's anyone's still open opportunity there for quite a few teams. So that's a wrap on the 4 grade. We'll bring up the 5 grade, Section 1 in the 5 grade. Section 1, we saw Jasmine at home. Ooh, Lambton, 61. Jasmine, 63. This is a close game, 8-2. I like some of these close games here, you like to have a look at the how the rinks match up. And was that team won 18-22, 27-19, and 18-20. So it was that middle rink there that just got Jasmine home.
Yeah.
Other games, Soldiers Point at home took on their local rivals, Nelson Bay 2, and it was the Marlins getting up 9-1. May West at home took on New Lambton, and it was New Lambton getting up 8-2 over May West, 69-55. The ladder for Section 1 sees New Lambton. They're through.
Yeah, they're through happy, and it was a costly loss for Soldiers Point because in grade 5 we had 5 sections, so the winner of each section plus the 3 best performed second place teams on points. So yeah, a costly loss for Soldiers Point there. They remain on 50. I think they picked up a point. So yeah, it was a costly loss for them. Big games for a couple of them. Actually, I think that they're out of play because you'll see in the next couple of sections, there's already teams with more than 60 points that are running second. So
okay,
New Lambton are through, but that'll be the only team that qualify from that section.
Okay, so it's pretty tough. Once you go down the lower grades, you get more teams competing. It definitely gets pretty tough. So coming up this week in Section 1 in the 5 grade, Nelson Bay 2 will take on Lambton. Soldiers Point will play May West, and then New Lambton will take on Jasmine. Section 2, round 9 in the 5 grade, Cardiff. Well, we got a draw, Shibbo. 52 all.
Yeah.
52 all. 5.5 to Cardiff, 4.5 to Trauber.
I would argue that that's not a draw. Happy, I would argue that Cardiff have won that game.
Well, okay.
5.5, 4.5.
Well, true.
But the system works. You'll see a bit later. We do have a dead set draw a bit later on, but yeah, that's Cardiff's first hiccup. Really, they've been flying in grade 5, and you'll see when you show the points table just how well they've been.
They've been killing it.
Yeah,
undefeated until they're still undefeated really. Then, Wanji took on Dora Creek Workers, and it was arch rivals there. Dora Creek getting up over Wanji 8-2, and then game 3 saw Katara take on GG's, the Bullaroo girls, and it was Bullaroo getting up 8-2, 57-56, and a nail biter. So they'd be very excited about that one.
Yeah, that Dora Creek game, there must have been a big rink score on there because even though they've only won the one rink, they've won fairly convincingly.
34-14.
34-14, yes. Yeah, so that's a decent win.
Okay, so the ladder, coming up the ladder, sees Cardiff. Look at that, there we go, there they are, flying. So
now that's out of a possible 90 points, and they got 5.5 last week. So they've been going pretty well.
Killing it.
Teralba with their 63 at the moment, that's one of the best performed second-placed teams. However, you can see Dora Creek can catch them, so I don't know who plays who. It'll be interesting to see the games for this week for that section.
Well, here we go.
Oh, well, there it is.
Dora Creek and Teralba. Oh, what a game. Let's go back to the ladder. So Teralba, 63.5. Dora Creek, 56. So the winner of this game will go through. Oof.
Should be enough to qualify, mate. Yeah. Just having a look at the other, or it may not be, depending on the points, because there's a few, as I said, of the top 3. Oh, yeah, it should be enough. But in Teralba's favour, Dora Creek are getting their new surface done down at their club, and they're playing their home games at Wanji at the moment. So that game will be played at Wanji, mate. Dora Creek. Yeah.
Interesting. One to keep our eye on, Shibbo, there.
Yeah.
And then you see Wanji. Wanji will be at home as well. They're playing Katara. And Bullaroo will take on Cardiff. So good luck, Bullaroo, in that one. Section 3. Section 3, round 9, Section 3. In the 5 grade, Carrington took on Charlestown, and it was Carrington at home getting up 8-2, 62-51. The Lakers at home going down to Marks Point 9-1. And the Matchsticks, Redhead at home, they got pumped by Windale Gateshead 10-0. The ladder in Section 3 in the 5 grade, well, Windale Gateshead, it's very close. That's very close. We're bragging rights on top spot.
Very close, mate. Very close. And with the with only the top 3 second places, so Windale and Carrington will be both looking for wins to increase that points table ladder, and hopefully get enough points to see them qualify either as section winner or one of the best performed runners up. So
we'll see what's going on this weekend. Coming up this weekend, Marks Point take on Charlestown. The Lakers take on the Matchsticks.
Well, the big game down the bottom, mate. There it is.
Yep.
First versus second. 1 point diff.
Windale Gateshead versus Carrington. That will be a cracker, that one. So, Section 4 in 5 grade, the Jets, 61, went down to Tea Gardens 73, 10-0. The Magpies at home got up 9-1 over Hamilton North, 59-49. And down there, the Surfboard Riders, Merriweather had a big 10-0 victory over Karua, 79-36. The ladder in this section.
That win by Tea Gardens see them jump above Raymond Terrace and go to the top of the section. So they've got their own destiny there. A win by Tea Gardens this week will see them win the section. Raymond Terrace will be looking for a win as well to boost their totals to see if they can qualify as well.
Yep, and coming up this week, round 10, we will have Hamilton North. They will play Tea Gardens. Barrow take on Merriweather, and Karua RSL will play the Raymond Terrace Jets.
Okay, so Hamilton North are in 4th. They take on the section leaders, and Raymond Terrace are playing the bottom placed Karua, I believe. So, yes.
So you're backing in Raymond Terrace for at least a 9-1, I reckon. So
that might be enough to see them get through, but it's going to be tight for second spot.
Well, Tea Gardens are away to Hamilton North. So, and Hamilton North, they've had a couple of wins, so, at home as well. So it's not going to be a real easy game. Anything can happen in these games.
Certainly, mate. Yeah, and when you get to Section 5, the next one, it's a big battle when we look at the table after this.
Yep. Well, we've got Mayfield. They were at home to Lemon Tree, the Passage, and the Passage had a 10-0 victory there. Fingal Bay, they had a 9-1 over the Mozzies. And the other game there was the Marlins. Went down to East Maitland Griffins 9-1 at home. And the all-important ladder, here we go. Well, the Passage. Oh, this is very tight. Yes. Very, very tight here. Passage just in front, 69. East Maitland, 66.5. And you've got Fingal Bay still in contention on 61.5. So it's a freeway battle.
Yeah, have a look at the matchups, mate, and see who plays who.
Oh.
So Lemon Tree against Hexham, you would think that they may win that one.
Yeah, well, Lemon Tree, we're backing in them at least the 9-1. And then you got Fingal Bay taking on Nelson Bay 1. But that's at Fingal Bay, and they've got a pretty good home ground advantage there on their synthetic there at Fingal Bay.
Yeah, East Maitland playing Mayfield, and Mayfield only accumulated 4.5 points all year, so you would assume East Maitland win that one too. So Fingal's got it all to do. It's going to be tough for them, I think.
Yeah, they got to pray for the bowls gods to help them out. So
you never
that's
know. Round 10, a couple of these sides' last game of the year, and certainly be out to finish on a winning note. So, yeah, interesting.
absolutely. Okay, we go on to grade 6. Section 1 in grade 6. Swansea Workers, they take on Valentine. And it was Swansea Workers getting an 8-2 victory, 59-56, in a close game there. Game 2 saw Marks Point 1 take on Redhead, the match stickers, and it was Marks Point getting up 71-61, 9-1. And game 3 saw the Golfers 53 get up narrowly over the Fillers 48-8-2. Let's check out the all-important ladder.
Now, with the 6th grade, we've got 6 sections. So the winner of each section plus the 2 best performed runners-up go through to make up the 8.
Ooh, this should be interesting.
Importantly, with this ladder, Swansea Workers have a game in hand over Walls End. They play each other on Saturday, and again, if the game's needed, they will back up and play each other again on Sunday.
Well, there you go. So there's the ladder, and there's the matchups. So the Fillers take on Swansea Workers. The Marks Point take on the Golfers. And Vallo, well, you're backing in Vallo there. Valentine, they're going pretty well to get up over. Well, then again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Section 2, round 9, saw the Breakers, Bar Beach, take on Marks Point, and it was a nail biter, 54-55. 8-2 victory there to Marks Point, getting up. Let's have a look at these shots here. 17-16, 20-17, and 17-22. So a couple of very close battles there. You'd imagine everyone's standing around watching that masterboard very intently.
Well, for sure, mate. And if you have a look at that bottom game in this one, that's the dead set draw that I was talking about.
61 all. 61 and all. So we've had 18 to 24, 23 to 17, and then a 20 all draw.
Yeah, so that would have been, yes, you imagine people standing around watching the finish of that one.
Yeah, last rink, come down to the last bowl. Woo, exciting. And then, the middle game there saw Charlestown go down to Adamstown at home, 9-1. So Section 2 ladder. Adamstown in top, 64. So they're pretty much through.
Yeah, they've won their section, mate. And, Bar Beach and Lowlands will be battling it out to see who finishes second and trying to get one of the best performed. But there's a couple of sides already with 61s and 61 and a half. So
we're going into the last round. Going into the last round there, you can see Bar Beach and Lowlands, 53 and a half, 52. But Section 1, second place is only on 50, Swansea Workers. So at the moment, they're just got their nose in front, but it'd be interesting to see who's playing who.
Yeah, well, there's a few teams in the lower sections that have scored a few more points than that. So, yes, they need a win anyway. They need a big win, a 10-0 up.
Yep. So you can see coming up here, we've got Adamstown take on Marks Point 2. Tigers play Lowlands 2, and Cohiba take on Bar Beach.
Yes, okay. So Adamstown are playing the bottom team, so they're the leaders.
Well, you're backing
Bar
them
Beach,
in.
yeah.
Bar Beach is taking on Cohiba.
Yeah,
and
so
Cohiba's in fourth.
Second versus fourth and third versus fifth are the other two games. So
Cohiba
won't be easy.
No, well, if Cohiba can get a 10-0, they'll jump Bar Beach.
And if Lowlands get beat as well, they can go to second with 56, but that wouldn't be enough to see them go through.
No, you wouldn't think so. Okay,
but they can end the party for a couple of others, though.
Yes. So Section 3, round 9, results in the 6th grade. East Maitland at home to Hamilton North 1 and had a 10-0 victory. The Magpies at home had a 10-0 over Wallsend Fillers. And Edgeworth had a 10-0 over Cardiff. So all the home sides there dominating. The ladder, Section 3, well. Close here, Edgeworth and East Maitland.
Whoever wins the section's obviously through, but you would assume that both of these teams, I think Edgeworth require a point or 1.5 points, and that will be enough to see them qualify as one of the best two.
Yep.
But they've got a tough game. I believe that Edgeworth are away to Beresfield.
Edgeworth, they are away to Beresfield.
Yeah. So Beresfield just out of the top two, but been going well and hard to beat at Beresfield. So that's going to be a task for Edgeworth. And then East Maitland will be trying hard to, Cardiff is second last on 21 points. So, yes.
Well, I think, you're going to be, I think East Maitland, you can give them a 9, at least a 9. I'm backing in East Maitland for a 9-1.
Well, that'd certainly be enough to see them go through either as section winners or runners-up. You think that'd be enough to see them qualify?
And then Section 4, round 9 results. Section 4 in the 6th grade. Stockton, 9-1 over Soldiers Point in a very close game there, 57-52. Game 2 saw Hamilton North 2 at home go down 9-1 to Lowlands 1. And Nelson Bay at home had a 10-0 victory over Waterboard. The ladder, Soldiers, have a go at this one, friends. Well,
so you can see that was a costly loss by Soldiers Point to Stockton because if they'd have won that, they would have kicked away. But the win by Stockton has kept them in the hunt. And you've got Lowlands as well. 10-0, I can see them go to 63.5. Probably won't be enough, but you never know the way results are going.
Well, the ladder going into round 10, Section 3, East Maitland are on 65.5, so 59. So, it's going to be hard to beat that Section 3 second place position.
Yeah, there is two, though. There's 2 spots up for grabs, so you would think that would be one of them. But, depending on what happens with results this weekend, who they play. So Lowlands take on Soldiers Point. So that's first versus third in that section. So
that should be a good game. Opportunity there for Lowlands.
Yeah.
They could jump up. If they get a win at home over Soldiers Point, they can sneak in.
Yeah, they can relegate Soldiers back to third.
Hamilton North 2.
Yeah, so that's 4th versus 5th.
Hamilton North last.
Yeah.
Hamilton North's last there, so 4th versus 6th. And then you got the other matchup there was Waterboard take on Stockton. So Stockton in second spot playing Waterboard, who have had 4 wins. So it's not going to be no easy task there for Stockton away to Waterboard. Section 5 in the 6th grade, Shibbo, saw Warners Bay had an 8-2 victory over the Warriors, Wanji, 71-60. The Toronto Workers, they at home went down to the Jets, 9-1. And then you got Dora Creek. They took on the high-flying Rough Mines Memorial and went down 10-0. So Rough Mines sewn up this one here. They're flying there. They've had only the one loss, and that was to Raymond Terrace.
A couple of weeks ago, Rough Mines are through. Raymond Terrace can get to 71.5, which would be a handy score for them if they could get up there. and Wanji are out of it. The rest of them are out of it. So interesting to see who plays who. Well, Raymond Terrace take on Wanji at Raymond Terrace.
So you're backing in the Jets there to get a win.
Yeah, I think a home win there. Toronto, Dora Creek, Rathmines and Warners Bay.
Yeah, so I'm thinking you're backing in the Jets to get up there. So they might even go add a 9-1 there. They're going to go up to 70. 70. It's going to be very close, isn't it? It's very close to these sections.
There are going to be some people hanging on the Bowls Link results getting updated straight after the games on Saturday evening.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's pretty exciting action coming up. So round 9 in 6 section 6 in the 6th grade. New Lambton at home. Well, they're flying in this grade. They had a 10-0 victory over Karua. The Gardens had a 9-1 over May West. And the Mozzies at home went down to the Jets 10-0. The ladder, as you can see, New Lambton, 85 out of a possible 90.
Yeah, that's better than that Carter 5 grade now. It was the Carter 5s that were doing the best, but now I think Lambton have
overtook them.
Stole their thunder now. Yeah, that's only losing 5 rinks.
Is there any acknowledgement for the best out of the whole zone, the best rink or best side? Any kind of trophy or?
No, there's nothing like that.
Maybe you could look at that. Maybe something that's like with these results coming in, you could put a memorial trophy out there for someone in the zone that's done a lot there. You could have a memorial best side throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, could mate, but the difficulty is a number of sections have buys and different things like that, so it's hard to line up. You'd have to take an average score, but you could certainly do it by all means. Wouldn't be hard, especially with the way Bowls Link even keep the players' ladders and things now. It's quite easy to look up how players have been going and different things like that. So you can see there, as you've got there on the screen, it's quite easy to see. And it's interesting that it's not yes, it is a couple of New Lambton players at the top of the tree there.
Well, you can click on, the good thing with this Bowls Link is you can click on skips. You can find out the best performed skipper. You can see there, look at that, Jeff Daly flying. He's won 8 from 8. Killing it. Competition filter there. You can click on each side to find out how many players in each side are played. So it's definitely the way forward in bowls and changing the way we can follow the game. So absolutely. So coming up this weekend in round 10, we'll see May West at home to Karua RSL. The Tea Gardens take on Hexham, and the Jets will play New Lambton.
Okay, well, that's a tough one for the Jets because they're on 61 at the moment. If they're any chance of qualifying, they need a win over the high-flying undefeated New Lambton at New Lambton. So that's going to be a tough task for them.
Tough task indeed.
And there's also a game in hand there. Tea Gardens and Hexham have a game in hand which won't be required to be played on Sunday because it's not going to affect the outcome of the result. So it'll be a 5-all draw. And, that game's not needed to be played.
All right, 7th grade, getting down to the nitty gritty down here in the 7th grade. We got Trauba at home. They took on the Red Bills, and it was a 10-0 victory there for Trauba. Game 2 saw the Fillers at home. At the home, if they played at home, that is, took on Rathmines 9-1. So just for the Wars End guys, their home ground is now Waterboard. But I have noticed a couple of times there they've actually taken their home game away. So they're playing at the opposition's ground as well. So instead of playing at the Waterboard there.
Yeah, well, we can only fit 4 games in at the Waterboard each Saturday. Happy, and if the Waterboard and Walls End, if they're both playing there, sometimes there's not enough green space. So they've offered the opposition another home game, which is the case this weekend. With Wallsend will be playing their game at Edgeworth. They've got a game in hand, both Edgeworth and Wallsend in this section, and they will again meet each other on Sunday at Edgeworth again if required, depending on the Saturday result.
Well, we'll find out in the ladder there. You can see Edgeworth on the weekend. They went down to East Maitland 1, 8.5 to 1.5. And the ladder in the 7th grade, Section 1, well, you can see East Maitland 1 there flying 9 from 9, 85 out of 90. So they're up there as well.
Yeah, pretty easy scenario with the 7th grade. We've got 4 sections, so it's the top 2 teams go through in each section. And you can see there Teralba, Raft Mines and Wallsend Diggers with their game in hand, all a possibility of filling that 2nd spot.
Interesting. Well, big matchups coming. So this weekend, as you said, Raft Mines Memorial take on Toronto Workers. So Raft Mines in 3rd and Toronto Workers, well, you're backing in Raffies there to get the money. It's game 2. The Fillers take on Edgeworth. So Edgeworth again, they're down there. So opportunity there for Wallsend to get a win.
And don't forget, they play them again the next day if required. So if Wallsend beat Edgeworth, they get to play them again. But the thing is, they're both at Edgeworth. So Edgeworth, home ground advantage in both of them games. But Wallsend's still a sniff of qualifying.
Has there been any information regarding Wallsend, what's happening or going to be happen with that situation?
No, mate. No, the players still can't get into their locker room to get their gear out that's left in there. And I believe some people have been into the club and got out some stock and different things, but they won't allow the bowlers in because of insurance. So I'm led to believe.
Why can't they get the workers to get the bowls bags out there and just go?
Yes. Many of these questions go unanswered and happy. I'm not sure what's going on with the hierarchy there, but they're having a bit of problem getting their gear out, and they're still waiting on a report as far as the mine subsidence and different things like that. What's happening? So
it's a big job there to fill that, because they're going to have to drill holes in the ground and pump in. What they do, they fill it up with fly ash and cement, and they have to make a slurry up and fill the hole, and they'll just keep pumping it. And if it's a massive hole, and you don't know how many mine shafts are down there, it could take ages and ages.
That's right. Yeah, and they don't know if there's any structural damage to the club or not. They're waiting for the report for that. So still nothing, mate.
All right, so that's Section 1 in the 7th grade. Section 2, round 9, we see East Maitland at home. East Maitland 2, that is, took on the Magpies, and it was East Maitland 2 getting a 9-1 victory. Soldiers Point at home. Holy smokes, that's the highest score of the year. Raise the bat, friends. The bat is raised. I haven't got it on me, but here's me bat. 119 to 22. Oof.
Yes.
That there requires... That is a huge score there. Anyway, good on Hexham for having a crack. Keep trying, guys. It's a good thing. I hope you're enjoying it anyway. You know, it's happens to the best of them. I mean, I did a bowls game there not long back, and it was a 25-0 result there in a semi-final in a district singles match. So, you know, you can have those days, don't you?
Yeah, certainly can.
Stockton 2, Tea Gardens. Stockton 2 got up 8.5 to 1.5 there. So the ladder in the 7th grade, Beresfield. Oh, it's very close. It's very close. So Beresfield just in front of Soldiers Point. And then you still got East Maitland 2, who are in for a sniff.
Well, you can see that result. East Maitland beating Beresfield in round 9 has kept them in the hunt for 2nd place. So it was a good win by East Maitland there over the section leaders. So a couple of big games coming up this weekend.
Yes. Good morning, Barney, tuning in. Just said good morning. Hexham take on Barrow. So, well, Hexham struggling. So you're backing in Barrow there. Backing in them for a 10-0.
Expecting Beresford to win. It is away from home, but Hexham yet to crack a win for the season.
Have a look for and against.
You'd expect, yeah, that's right. You'd expect Barrow to win that one and take the section. The all important who's going to run second. Soldiers Point, East Maitland, all both in the hunt to see who runs second.
So Soldiers Point are taking on the Tea Gardens and
Tea Gardens who are fifth. Yeah.
And then the other game there is Stockton 2 take on East Maitland. So Stockton 2 take on East Maitland.
That might be a tough game, yeah.
Yeah, go either way, that one there. So that's Section 2 in the 3 grade. Section 3 in the 7 grade, round 9 results there saw New Lambton take on Fingal Bay. 8.5 to 1.5 there. A 6-shot victory there to New Lambton. Lambton had a big win there, 10-0 over Nossum Bay, and Stockton 1 had a 2-8 defeat to the Village People. Oh, the Village People. This is the best season ever for the Village People, Shippo.
Yeah, well, they're in the hunt, mate. They're in the hunt to qualify. The 1.5 points that Fingal Bay got, I think, is enough to see them claim the section, although Stockton can catch them on points. I don't think they'll get them on for and against.
Well, the Village People. Oh, we love the Village People.
Yeah.
56.
So they're a chance, depending on the matchups this week.
Village People playing Lambton. And Lambton, the Village People could get a 10-0.
Yeah, well, they'd have to rely on Stockton faltering against New Lambton.
So, that's each way bet here.
Yeah.
Probably backing in Stockton.
Well. Yeah, so Bayway need Stockton, or the 8-2 is not even enough. They need Stockton to have a draw or a defeat, and they need to knock over Lambton for their chance.
Yeah, and you see the other game there. Fingal Bay play Nossum Bay. So Nossum Bay, they're in 5th spot.
So I think Fingal Bay will claim the section. It's just a battle on who's going to be second, Stockton or
Come
Bayway.
on, Village People. We can do it. Section 4, round 9 results. Section 4 saw Windale Gateshead at home went down to the Tigers 10-0. The Lakers at home had a 10-0 victory over Bar Beach. Lowlands at home 9-1 over Alder Park. The latter in section.
Costly losses
4.
there, mate. Costly losses to Alder Park and Windale there. They both got beat in round 9. But this week, Alder Park play Windale. You can see 10 points.
It's always
10-point win to Alder Park, or even a 9-1 would see him be equal on 59 points, and Alder Park has a better for and against. But Valentine, they're in the hunt as well.
Well, let's have a look. We've got Bar Beach taking on Charlestown. So Bar Beach and Charlestown. So, Charlestown opportunity there. If they can get a 10-0.
Yeah.
Keeps them in a sniff. And we go back. The Lakers take on Lowlands. So second spot take on 6th spot there. So at home, where you're backing in Valentine there to get the win. And then Alder Park will play Windale Gateshead. So Alder Park third, taking on flying Windale Gateshead. So
that's the big game, mate. That one.
That is a big game there. So if Alder Park can pull a win, they would leapfrog Windale Gateshead. So huge game. Huge game there in Section 4. And that's a wrap, Shippo, on our Zone 2. For going into the final round. Now, we have the Hunter Valley. So, the Hunter Valley, they don't use Bolster Link, Shippo. So, what we do with them, we got the, you can see up the top there, you can see Lawn Park have qualified, and they're a 3-grade side. They'll win the flag. So what's that do for 2-grade in the state playoffs, Shippo?
That means that Zone 6 will not be represented in the 2-grade at the state finals. Any multi-grade competition throughout the state, the higher grade has to win that multi-grade competition to keep going. The theory is if you're not good enough to win a multi-grade comp with lower grades, then you're not good enough to compete at state level. So with Lawn Park being a 3-grade side, they will go to the state finals, but there'll be no 2-grade side from Zone 6 at the state finals.
There you go. So you can see Lawn Park there on 76 points going into the final round, and they'll play Curry. They can't be caught. Next best was Singleton RSL on 49.5 points. And they play Scone. And then you've got the other game there is Club Maitland City will take on East Cessnock. So that's the 2-3 grade in the Hunter. We go down to...
I think Singleton RSL is a 3-grade side as well, mate, and they're beating both of the 2-grade sides as well. So
yeah, so I've got the I can tell you who is Singleton and turn my thing over there. So yeah, so the club 2-grade side was Club Maitland City, Singleton RSL.
Oh, they're a 2-grade, are they, Singleton? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So
yeah.
Grade 4 in the Hunter, Zone 6. Saw on the weekend there, Club Maitland City. They had a 63-48 victory over Scone for a 10-0 victory there. And, I'm reading the wrong one, sorry. That was Club Maitland City there, 67.5, 61-55 victory, over Talara. So that jumps them up into first spot going into the last round. It's pretty close here in this grade 4 section.
Yeah, certainly is.
You got Talara there on 60.5. You got Dungog, 50.5, who had a 93-48 victory there over Greta Workers. Picked up a 10-0, and then Paxton. Well, they had a 59-73 defeat to Curry 10-0 there. But first spot there, 67.5 to Club Maitland City, and they will play Curry on the weekend. He's on 41 points. And then the other game, Talara will play Greta Workers. And then you got Dungog take on Paxton. So, Paxton are struggling. They're on 7 points there, Shippo. So you're thinking Dungog could get the cookies.
Yeah, a win to Maitland City will see them qualify, but they've got a tough ask against Curry. Where's that at, mate? Is it at Maitland or Curry?
That there is at round 10. That will be Curry versus Maitland City is at Curry.
Okay, all right.
Dungog Memorial. They're at home to Paxton, and Greta Workers will take on Talara. So, all happening there. Grade 5 in the Zone 6, Grade 5 there saw Aberdeen at home took on Curry, and it was a close game here. It was Aberdeen getting up 59-54, 9-1. So you can see that 9-1 there just pull them away from Curry. Very important win there, puts him on top spot going into the last round. Game 2 saw Miller Park take on Lawn Park. 67-54 victory there to Miller Park. 9-1. And then Club Maitland City, they took on Gresford, and Gresford had a good away win there. 10-0 to put them in top position on 50.5 points. So
second, mate. Aberdeen's on top.
And then coming up this weekend, we see Aberdeen will play Lawn Park. So you're thinking Aberdeen could get the money there. Gresford, they will play Curry, and that game is at Curry. And then the other team there is Miller Park will play Club Maitland City. So, and that's at Club Maitland City. So in the 5 grade, winner of the section will win the pennant. So all happening there, Shibbo.
Yeah, I think Aberdeen would be favourites. They had a good run in our Zone 2 Club Challenge in the Division 4. They got right through to the semi-finals before being defeated last Wednesday by Lowlands. Just got them. So, yeah, they've had a good season so far.
Playing good. Joel Phil just says, hello, Warren.
Hello, Joel.
So grade 6, section 1 in the Hunter Valley. We saw Singleton RSL took on Club Maitland City, and Singleton RSL had a 69-50, 10-0 victory there to put them on top and claim the section. So congratulations, Singleton RSL. Game 2 saw...
Couple of sections here, mate, is there, in grade 6? Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so grade 6, winner of section 1 to play winner of section 2 to see who wins the pennant. So Singleton RSL have won section 1, and I can tell you in section 2 there it will be, it's a clear outright winner in that. So that's already decided who will be versing who in the playoffs. So, game 2 there saw Curry at home at a 8.5 to 1.5 win over Bellbird Park. So that's the Pretty Birds. And then game 3 saw Scone at home, had a 10-0 win over Muswellbrook RSL. So coming up this weekend, just for fun there, Singleton RSL will take on Bellbird Park. And then you got Club Maitland City will play Muswellbrook, and Curry take on Scone in the section 1, and then in section 2 you can see the blue outright winners there is East Maitland.
East Cessnock.
East Cessnock, sorry. 75 points. So they will play Singleton RSL in the final to see who wins the flag in that game there. So so on the weekend though, so Abermain, they had a 9-1 victory over Talara. East Cessnock, they had a 10-0 win over Maitland Park. So there's no result there for that. So we're assuming it was a pretty good win anyway. And then you had
would have been a forfeit, Happy, or not required, perhaps.
Well, that could have been the case as well there, Shibbo. And then Bellbird Park at home went down 10-0 to Dungog, 67-48. So this weekend, the matches for Section 2, we'll see Section 2 in the 6th grade. Talara take on Dungog Memorial, Maitland Park play Abermain, and Bellbird will play East Cessnock. So, again, they might not even want to play these games this weekend. They could have an early knockoff.
Yeah, well, they probably should. It's revenue for clubs and different things like that, and it's good to see the season out.
7th grade. So we'll go down to the 7th grade. I forgot to click my little changes there. There we go. Zone 6, 7th grade, Section 1. Zone 6, 7th grade, Section 1. Aberdeen took on Murraywar, and it was Aberdeen getting a 9-1 victory there, 66-48. Game 2 saw Denman played Scone 1, and it was Scone 1 getting an 8-2 victory. And Scone 2 had the bye. So Aberdeen going to the last round on 57. They're in front of Scone 1 on 51. So,
who's got the bye, Happy? Who's got the bye last round?
Well, Aberdeen's going to have the bye, mate. Aberdeen's got the bye, so there's an opportunity here for Scone 1 to jump Aberdeen. and they're playing Merriwall, who's on 48. So, again, if Merriwall get a 10-0, that'll put them up to 58 to jump Aberdeen here as well. So,
big game.
It's all happening there in the 7th grade in Section 1. I can tell you, 7th grade Section 1, Merriwall take on Scone 1. Yeah. And Denman at home will play Scone 2.
So that Merriwall Scone 1 game will decide who wins the section.
And Aberdeen, well, I don't know whether they're going to go over there and go to Merriwall and have a look.
Pray for a draw.
Well, yeah, a draw could.
An 8-2 to Merriwall. An 8-2 to Merriwall would be enough for Aberdeen as well.
So it's all happening there in Section 1 in 7th grade. And then Section 2 in 7th grade, we see Greeter Workers took on Singleton, and it was Greeter getting a 9-1 victory there. Game 2 saw Club Maitland City at home go down 10-0 to Singleton RSL, and Miller Park had the bye. Now, that's all happening in this one. Yeah, it's very close. Greatest Workers, they got the bye, so they were out of it anyway.
Well, okay. Big games here.
Yeah, so this weekend we'll see Singleton RSL will play Miller Park. So Singleton RSL currently in top spot there playing Miller Park, and that is Shippo 7th grade Section 2. Where's my 7th grade Section 2?
Singleton?
Yep, that's at Singleton RSL. So, and then the other game at Singleton is Club Maitland City travelling to Singleton. So,
yes. Okay.
Well, that's a all happening section there. Very exciting section.
Yep.
Going down to round 10. So good luck to everyone in the grade 7 section 2. And I can tell you with the 7th grade, so what will happen in the 7th grade there, section 1 versus section 2, and section 3 will take on section 4.
Okay.
So here we go. So section 3 in the 7th grade. Section 3 in the 7th grade, we see East Cessnock took on Curry Curry, and big win there for Curry Curry. They're outright winners, as you can see there, on 74.5 points. They're not going to be caught, so a big win there for them. In second spot, Paxton took on Maitland Park and Lawn Park. So that's a composite side there.
Another century.
Yeah. Right. Oh, geez, 115 to 30 over the composite side. So that's a big raise the bat. And, sorry, friends, you just coming in to see the results here. I got a new laptop, Shippo, so I forgot to add the raise the bat. So here it is. Here's the bat. It's raised 100. Congratulations to Paxton. And they'll finish the year off on a high. And, Abermain, Hatwas down the bottom there. They had the bye. So coming up, section 3, we can see East Cessnock take on Paxton. So East Cessnock take on Paxton, Shippo, and that will be at East Cessnock. So the winner of that, that's bragging rights to finish in second spot.
Yep.
Curry, well, they got a bye, so they can enjoy the week off, get ready looking for the finals. And, Maitland Park and Lawn Park, well, they can look for a bit of redemption there up against Aberdeen. So that's section 3. As you can see, the blue there in section 4. Look at this.
Very tight.
Well, Clarencetown on the weekend played Gresford, and you can see that away 9-1 victory there to Gresford put them up on equal points with Clarencetown going into the last round on 67 each. So basically, it's a battle between those two going into the last game. And as you can see, the last game there for Clarencetown, they will take on Talara.
Okay.
So Talara, they're on 10.5. And that game there will be at Talara. But you're back in Clarencetown there. And who's Gresford got? Well, Gresford, it's a little bit more harder for them. They're taking on East Cessnock. But for Gresford, that's at home, Shippo.
All right. Okay.
Well, this could come down to for and against there. I mean, if there's a 10-0 there and a 10-0 there, we will have the for and against results come up going in to see who wins. So again, going in, it's the winner of each section goes into the playoff. So all happening there in grade 7, 4 grade, section 4.
Yeah.
So that's a wrap, mate. That's a look at all the big results going into round 10 in the last round. Some big games. Any news? Mate. Any news you got for us?
No, nothing to report. Just that the playoffs, the 1 grade and the 3 grade will be at Lambton. 2 grade and 6 grade are both at Nelson Bay. 4 grade are at Belmont. 5 grade are at Raymond Terrace, and 7 grade are at Valentine for the Zone 2 playoffs. Round 10 this week. Nothing the weekend after because of Mother's Day on the Sunday, and then the playoffs all will be on the weekend of May 20 and 21.
Okay, and does the 1 grade coincide with the 2 to 7 grade playoffs?
They do, yes. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll have the 3rd and 4th in each section playing a round robin for 2 spots at the state. And also on the Sunday afternoon, we will have the 2 section winners playing for the 1 grade flag at Lambton on Sunday Arvo. So all to play for all the grades. So big weekend coming up in a fortnight's time after this weekend.
Absolutely. And for Zone 6, I don't have the actual playoff home clubs there, but I'm sure they'll be out on the Zone Facebook page there, or just contact Michelle and she'll gladly pass that information on. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shippo, for coming in and joining me today. Good luck to everyone bowling. I hope you enjoyed the information there. And if you're tuning in, instead of watching the whole show, just fast forward through to your section and
Just one other thing, Happy, before we go, just on that weekend of Mother's Day, the Grade 1 games will be played. So without any of the Zone 2 clubs playing that weekend, they could go to a Friday night game or a Saturday morning game on that weekend of the Mother's Day weekend.
Oh, fantastic. I imagine there'll be some big crowds out there on a Friday night.
Yeah, let's hope so, mate. Yeah.
And, absolutely. So all the best, everyone, on the weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Warren. And remember, friends, anyone can play. Good job. Happy days.